And also out of character, why am I getting bobbed? Tell me I'm wrong. But never I will walk out of the place with Trellis.
I just
Oh,
yeah.
before I forget, what was on the other side of the hallway? I noticed that we never go down that way.
Oh, just other rooms, just like the ones on the other side. Hold other artifacts in case you guys came across any, as well as a desk for me to work.
A memento, because earlier my mouse misclicked and put me back into the Roll20 main menu. So I lost my character sheet. Oh great, now I can't even roll down on it. Thanks, Roll20, I can't insight the NPC.
Right, you want to roll insight, or?
I did. I wanted to roll insight.
Go right ahead, when you get a chance.
Now the curse of technology is flowing through me.
Yes. The joke I was about to make since I muted myself was, your sus meter is rising.
Yeah, my sus meter is always rising.
Yeah.
I don't know why I had it on advantage. I need to get that off.
But can't take the 20 or the 24, though, is the question.
I take the first number, which is 24, and you can tell he's not lying.
Okay.
It's like, I can show you if you like, but it's pretty bare.
It was just my own curiosity. But try to work outside of here from time to time. And also eat. If I need to, I will make sure make sure you never go hungry for a week.
And Trellis kind of gives you a raised eyebrow. Look who's talking.
I eat, sir.
Yeah, and you might want to explain that to your friend Alish, too.
More than friend, but don't worry, I'm getting on him.
Okay, just to speed things up.
Yes.
Back over here we go. Yep, sorry, just
We're back.
Elise looks back and says, "Welcome back."
Good to be back.
And goes back to work.
Do you need some help?
What exactly are you working on?
I am working on items of disguise so that we can not rely on my magic to constantly keep us disguised if we get separated in Celius. So that is what I'm working on, so that we can conceal our true identities while not necessarily needing to be constantly around each other. Hopefully we won't get too separated, but it's hard to tell what will be necessary to do while in Celius trying to get.
I see. Oh, a good idea.
I'm pretty sure that there are pictures and flyers of all of us that have been given to the guards. So I'd rather that we don't look like ourselves while in Celius as much as possible. Yeah, I can't do anything about it.
It's
Okay.
okay. It's okay. It's okay with the kitty.
Yeah, it's okay. We like doggos and kitties here. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. If you need any help, let me know.
I'm going to assume that you're going to be busy doing your own projects, hopefully taking enough breaks for sleep and eating. But if you have extra time, I don't mind having help.
Okay, since when is Trellis me at this point?
What do you mean since when is Trellis you?
Ever since you had him ever since he's been in this campaign, he's been you. Again, this is meant as a lighthearted joke, not to be taken offensively, so.
No, I was about to say, hey, Kat, remember Hazbin Hotel episode 3? Remember that song I showed you? Now you see why. But Nephrite will also be helping Alige out with his project as well. So does he need to roll anything with advantage?
Mostly a process of enchanting the items. So you can help by handing him certain materials as he needs them.
Yeah, this is one of those things that takes more time than rolls to complete.
Okay.
So with helping him, you kind of diminish the time a bit by, I would say, 30 minutes at most. But the rest is up to him. And we know that this is going to take a while, so we are going to cut to the other group for a bit.
And also another reason why I was asking was because...
Yep, that would help speed up the time. If,
Let's go!
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I understand that, you would know about how artificer magic works. I'm not sure how you would understand how a wizard would enchant items. It's a different process.
I could just see this as a bit of a mix of him trying to do the spell and her making the artifact, and you two try to work together at some points, but also kind of seem to get in each other's way because if you two are so used to working alone that now that you have a partner, it's a little awkward, but you both trust each other enough that sooner or later it does go moving. Yeah, pretty much. Cactus.
But you forgot a second C. It is a cute couples crafting montage.
A CCC.
But on to the next group.
Yeah,
While the couples work their magic.
Yep. You guys just enter a pretty run-down tavern.
Yeah, this is different than the other one we were staying at when we first came to Boss, right?
Yeah, but that was like the nice one with like little cakes and all that. This is just regular restaurant tavern.
Okay.
You okay, Noel?
Yeah, I'm fine. Guess it's been a while since we been to a tavern that. Well, I mean, the last one we were in was in Greymore, but this is a little more lower scale, and I don't know the last time we were in a tavern like this. Just gotta get used to different qualities of service, I guess.
Well, in retrospect, with the way Boss is handling the refugees, it's a miracle that this place has got something.
Also making me consider just seeing all the sampling the dishes we had in Greymore also made me consider what kind of business to run with Lori and Hope when we finally do take it on the road. Get that going, and still need to work out a name too, or what we're gonna call it.
Well, if you need someone to sample dishes, I'm sure either myself or Holonier would be up to the task.
Yeah, and I appreciate that.
Ah, this is actually quite cozy for a tavern.
Are you coming into something?
Yeah, well, we like some seating, please.
Bar or table?
Yep. Right over here, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Ah, I'm on it.
Not saying anything.
Cute.
I don't feel comfortable thinking it either, so.
What can I get you? What can I get you, lot?
Weakest you got. Weakest and cheapest, I guess. I'm kind of strapped right now.
$1 gold.
Yep.
I'll have one of your strongest, please.
Of course.
Should we be surprised? That would be 10
It'd
gold.
be If it's any weaker, we question if it really was Holnir. Am I wrong?
Yep. I'll just take some tea. Tea? I'll have what he's having. 1 gold. Alright. So the lady pours each of you your drinks. You see, Null and Kira get some dark ale in a mug. Holnir gets a bit of a bigger mug, and you can see her like bartending a couple of different liquors in there and making a nice foam top with the mug.
Well, cheers.
Yep.
Cheers. Constitution save, Holnir.
Con save. Regular.
Yes.
Dirty 20.
Yep, the drink actually doesn't really phase you. It gives you a bit of a burning in the throat, but that is it. It is actually like one of the weakest strong drinks you've ever had.
Bit of whiskey in there. It ain't bad, but this is what I get for requesting Ungi.
Anything else for you, lot?
I think we're good.
For now.
Just a lot to think about.
Okay.
What a week we've been through, eh?
That's one way to say it.
Don't know. How we just think about how we're going to get into Celius and how our, don't even want to say his name out loud. Our contact is going to get us in there. Don't know if we can trust him, but what other choice do we have?
He is our best way in at this point.
We could always do it the Dalby way. Dig underneath.
And how long would that take?
Depend on if we get a couple of the other Dalby or we have the right tools.
Also, it also could be determined at how far underground their walls go. That could be a problem.
That's not the thing I'm concerned of. I'm not sure what we'd be expecting once we get into Salius.
And what kind of security we might have to deal with.
Not
how
just
much the guards would be. Yeah, how much the guards would be on alert for us.
Not just the guards, the people too.
Considering that a good number of us aren't human. As a matter of fact, I think the only only humans in the party are myself and a liege. Full-blooded, I mean.
Yeah, I think Nephred and I can still pass. And I don't know. Holnir can kind of pass for a short ban, and if he wants to.
Oh, Cor, didn't see you come in.
What? Can the guard be on break every once in a while?
Of course he can. Just you seem dedicated to your job and figure, take a break in your workplace isn't, I've heard it's common. And out of character, I speak to that personally.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I've had some of the other guards guard the house while I'm on break. Just a quick drink and then I'll be back. But couldn't help but overhear the conversation. Especially going to Salios. A daunting task to be sure.
But who else can do it?
That's the thing. You lot are the only ones daring to.
My point exactly.
Dark ale, please. 1 gold. Though, there is something about Salius you should know. It's governed by walls, not just the guards, but almost everything in Salius is separated by walls. The people, the buildings, the purposes, everything. So in order to do what you guys do, you have to get into the innermost wall. To do that, may I offer a suggestion.
What's that?
Find allies in Salius. Such a big city, I'm sure you'll find 1 or 2 people who do not agree with the king.
Holnir pulls out a map. A city as big as Salius would have a sewer system, most likely.
Most likely.
Good place to hide.
That's exactly what I was thinking, Cactus.
We might find some dissidents if there is a sewer system. But they are usually a maze-like and a good place to hide.
Well, that's a start, but there could be people within public side, within side of the public that might be keeping their rebellious thoughts to themselves, but maybe convey it subtly. I don't know.
Beggars and children.
So how long they'd be allowed on the street to say such things is another story.
Maybe.
If you know the right thing. Beggars are often the best sources of rumors. And children see everything.
Mm-hmm. And all it takes is one word to gossip the spread. Haha. Well, it's just something to think about. If you excuse me, I need to return to my post.
Okay.
So now what?
I don't know. Guess head back to the keep and find something to do to pass the time for the rest of the day, I guess.
Hey,
I guess.
if only I had a map of Celius. But I imagine they keep them. That's in Celius.
Alright, so how long would it take for Elish and Nephrite to get their stuff done?
Elise would pay enough attention to the time so that at the end of the day, he would wrap up, set aside everything for the next day, and tell Nephrite, it's like, we should head back to the keep to have dinner with the others.
Sound, you're muted.
Just realized that. Thank you. But Nephrite will stretch and say, "Yeah. Thank you for letting us work in here, Trellis."
Yes, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
I'll see you first thing in the morning.
See you first thing in the morning. Okay, the reason I'm asking this so that we don't have a lot of dead air space when it comes to days now.
Gotcha.
Roger, Roger.
Roger.
Yep, so approximately how many days would it be for you to finish your project?
Well, maybe 2-3 days tops.
It kind of depends on how the DM wants to do item creation. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 people in the party now. No, 6 with Aerith. So we have 6 people in the party. So, depending on how much time we have until our temporary ally contacts us, it's usually at least a week per item. So, depends on how many items I can get done before the ally contacts us.
A week per item.
Really?
Yeah, making magical items is time consuming and expensive.
But yeah, with Nephrite helping you out, it should take half the time.
So that would be, what, 3 days per item?
More or less, yeah.
So that'd be 2 items per week.
Okay, say a week goes by. What's the rest of the party gonna do?
Didn't realize you were gonna montage. I have no flipping clue. I guess Null's just gonna pass the time, just cooking for the party and getting potential ideas for business and maybe getting in touch with Lori at one point. And we'll just montage past that too, just for time.
And I was going to be dragging Holnir to have him help train with dexterity as well once again. So there's that, and then he's going to be doing that as well, spending time with Kira as well. So
Holnir will help out wherever he's needed, either in the kitchen, helping Augment train.
And just for the heck of it, during his other downtimes, Null will just, if they need help with the training too, he'll chip in on that too. Because I got nothing.
Yeah, here's the problem with the magic item thing. It's the, what is everyone else gonna do while we're waiting?
Yeah,
so that is 6 weeks. That is 3 weeks of training.
3 weeks. Hey,
so
y'all
be-
y'all be stronger than Nephrite.
Yeah, here's the
That's
bad news, guys. You don't got 3 weeks.
yeah, I kind of had a feeling.
Same.
So we might have to pare it down, or just only one item. 1 or 2.
It depends on how much. So you can get 2 items per week. So it depends on how many weeks go by. If Trellis helps out, that's at least another item per week.
The thing is, we don't have the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna do you
Just
guys
enough time.
a DM favor and say that you guys have a week. You have 1 week till the deadline.
So, all right. So, 2 items.
So 2 items.
2 items would be our best bet.
Yeah. Well, Somlin has gotten a week of training from Holnir going bop to Augment.
Just bonk, bonk, bonk.
Bonk, 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 bonk.
Okay.
His bumps have
great!
bumps.
They turn into the puppet pals.
So 1 item will go to Holnir. Who do we give the other item to?
I don't
Besides,
want
I still have my cloak, so I can just hide my face. I can just hide my hair and ears.
Well, I also have the means to magically disguise us, but that would mean that you would have to get back to me before the end of the day. I think the other one would go to Kira to disguise her, because she's also the next most visible individual in the group.
I would say give it to Augment, because, well...
Orc.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a question between orc or,
Colorful hair.
colorful hair.
I can wrap my hair in a cloak. Or a hat.
Okay.
Just like your girlfriend can.
I do have extra hats, so they're just not magical.
Again, I also didn't want to say me, but it's like I didn't want to come across as like rude sort of idea with that plan. So, but continuing on, the week passes.
Yep, week passes, and for the three of you that are training Holnir, Null, and Augment, with your training, you get +1 to either Strength, Constitution, or Dexterity.
You know what? Hold on a second. Let me just get a die and just let me mute for a second. You know what? What am I saying? I got it on. I'm on roll. We're on roll 20 for crying out loud. I can do it right here.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So,
Roll
1 to 2.
Roll a d6.
Yeah, 1 to 2 is strength, 3 to 4 is dex, and 5 to 6 is con. So, here goes. Okay, con.
Oh, I already selected mine because I know which one I wanted in.
Yep. So let's just say right now, the week has gone by, and we pick up where Alige and Nephrite are coming back to the keep with the latest item they created.
We're back.
Yeah, you too. Arwen just says poking his head out from the living room.
Okay.
Louise walks over, hands you a hat, and says, "This is a magical item that will help disguise you."
That sounds good. He's gonna take off his. Give me a second to look at my character sheet for a second. Where is it? He's gonna take off his. I know you're in here somewhere. Where is it? Sorry. He's gonna take off his bear cape and hand it to Nephrite, just stored in the bag of holding, so that way it's less likely for this to get recognized.
So it does require attunement.
Out of character question: how many items can one player attune to again?
3.
3.
Normally 3, but if you're a artificer, max level 6.
Okay, because I have to attune myself to my weapon. That's part of my. So I can't attune to this. Okay, I'll get to attune him then. He's gonna quickly look at Kiara. I'm gonna attune to this thing if I want to get it used, so I'll head to my room. So.
Alright.
I'm gonna
Louise will go looking. Louise will go looking for Ulmir.
Yeah, he's in the kitchen, and so is Null and Luna. And for sake of time, Luna is trying to make some treats for for her friends in the jail cells, and you're helping her.
That's so sweet.
So Louise will give
skill check.
Louise will give Ulmir a hat, what it does and what's necessary, and then he will leave the kitchen so that he's not in the way.
Advantage?
Yes.
Okay. And, yep, mark it.
Cactus.
Yeah, but that you make some nice treats that not only taste good, but will also not get Luna in trouble with the guards. Though you did make some
Okay,
extras to give the guards a nice treat as well.
Yep. You know, something good came out of the 12.
That's a
Yeah,
first.
you made pig in the blanket.
You made pigs in a blanket and spinach puffs.
Spinach puffs. My spinach
And look at
puffs.
that, they're not burned.
Meanwhile, Nephra, you
Thank
go
you.
into the living room and you see your parents, the cat, Quinn, and his father. Hope everything is doing right by you, miss.
Hello, Violet. Yeah, everything's fine. Just surprised to see you here.
Am I not allowed to visit my son's friends?
You are. It's just been a while since you've been here.
I know, and I'm sorry. Just trying to sink in of what's been happening so far. And Quinn saying that you've been to the Feywilds and you met a drow in the Underdark and the dragon, and is it too
A lot
late?
of stuff, yeah.
I'm not used to these father worries yet. And you see your father not saying, "You never are." But still, Nephrid, we know you've been working late in Trellis's lab. I hope you're not bothering the poor man.
Me bothering someone in a lab? Never! Okay, maybe I've been telling him that he needs to eat more often. And sleep. That's it! I was just working with Alish on some stuff.
Yeah, but as she sees Alish leave, she whispers to you, "And how is that going so far?"
It just took me a little while.
Our
But
life is
so far it has been really good.
But life is not a race, sweetie. Take it time, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
I am sorry to bother you, but you have a visitor.
Oh.
I told you, no matter where you are in the world, I'll find you.
Right. Cora, would you mind grabbing everybody?
Of course.
They might need to see this young man.
I'm 40, but I'm touched.
You're younger than my mother.
Yep, Cora will
And for
start
interest-
gathering everyone.
Yep, and for interest of time, we'll just zoom right over.
Yep.
As I just said, is the mother going to take that line down?
She does give a glare to Nephrite, but
I'm saying in 11 years. He's 40. That's basically meaning that he's 360.
Yeah, never keep digging that grave.
you're lucky I can't ground you right now.
I'm also lucky that you love me, because I also get your fair skin on your side. Now, is her dad gonna say that she's wrong?
No, he's got a face of the I am not getting involved in this.
Smart.
Course goes up to get the rest of the group.
Sounded like Elise just popped out of bed.
I know he went to check on his dad.
Oh.
Yeah.
Again, there's this cuteness in the air ever since the questioning.
Yep.
So you've got Haldir wearing an apron over his usual bare chest.
Do you know the funny thing that I see when I see that now? When I
What?
hear that? Hunter's thing is kiss my beard.
Okay, I want to draw that now.
I regret nothing.
That's so everyone is in attendance. As you see, Asriel. Well, it's a good thing you're all here. Yes, we would soon have a window to get into Zelius. And then we could put our deal into effect. I am rather surprised that all of you were as eager as ever to go through with this.
Yeah, it's not like anyone else is gonna do it.
How close to the king can you get us?
Most I can get you is close to his wall. Speaking of which, you probably should pass this around. It's not an exact map, but it's the closest map I could find.
Even that will be of great help.
Ogden will step forward and politely take the map before going back to stamp side Kira. So.
Dear Lord, it looks like we're going into Ba Sing Se.
I imagine that walled off part in the middle is the keep.
Yes, the part in the middle is the castle, as well as many of the other important buildings.
As much as I hate sounding like a villain, you first, Elise.
What kind of items and abilities would the guards have guarding the wall? Do they patrol the top? Are they guarding a gate? Are
They
supplied with...
mostly guard gates, and then let let the people there govern themselves. Though, even that's on thin ice right now. Speaking of people, you guys will need this. He takes out his bag of holding and reaches in and pulls out about 7 robes and 7 masks. Everyone, almost everyone
We'll only
in the
need
city
5
are
of those.
5.
Alicia and I worked on 2 magic items that can help disguise a person.
I'm afraid it's still better to have them as a backup. I'm not doubting your
Okay.
abilities. Trust me, it's far from it, but I'd rather have them just in.
Well, the hats would be good to disguise your orc and dwarf. You'll still need the masks. Everyone in Sally is wearing these, except for the most important people in the city. Using these will help blend in more.
Okay.
And as I was trying to say earlier, as much as I don't want to sound like a villain, prolonged battle taking out areas of importance like an armory or a weapons vault would be very important. But since this map doesn't show it, that is not something to really be thinking about for now.
This is
And
This is the only one bit my contact from the city can give me at this moment. The rest, unfortunately, he said he'll have to explain in person.
Alright. And I'll bring close to the map.
And who exactly is your contact? If we're going in there, we need to know a name in case we need to speak to them.
Yes, he's an old friend of the guards when I used to work there. Let me just get to that little section of my notes. His name is Sid.
No, I can read some of y'all's mind. We are not quoting Ice Age. No.
I'm not thinking Ice Age. I'm not thinking Ice Age.
No, I know what I'm thinking. I'm not saying anything right now.
Yeah, Storm, I'll PM you and see if we're thinking the same one.
But Sid. Okay.
Yes.
If anything, the only thing I was going to say was, does he have a buddy named Diego?
What do you say about Ice Age?
Not that I'm aware of.
Fucker.
But the most basic plan to get into the city is to go through the gates, find Sid, and he'll talk more. However, there is
Okay.
Are there people that go out of the city dressed like this at any time, where us going in would not raise suspicion by the guards?
It is depending. Most people leave the city, without the masks. However, going into the city, you need to put on the masks.
Right. I mean, that was my question. Is like, do they come out of the city, and then when they come back in, they are wearing the masks, and do they have to give like passwords, code words, code phrases, or are they just assumed to be allowed and let in?
They're allowed in as long as you also present with some paperwork, which, thankfully for us, he helps out a piece of paper I have.
Okay, so We don't need a piece of paper for each individual, just for the group.
Just for the group.
Okay.
There is one question I don't think anyone here has wanted to ask, but I'm going to. What is our group's reputation within Selby? I'm more afraid it's going to be a case of wanted criminals.
Well, for some of you, yes. Though, to be honest, some of the picture work that they did isn't really good. They got a generic look at you, but you know what? I'll just show it. He pulls out a number of papers from inside his little bag of holding and present them to the table. And
I want to make a joke that I'm not going. Yeah, it's good. I'm going to. I got my nose wrong.
Oh, shit.
No, oh dear heavens above.
yeah, because no one really got a good look at you guys, they're pretty badly drawn.
What the flip?
Why does one of them look to have bunny ears?
You could tell that's
What is-
supposed to be Quen with his horns.
Why does one of them look like they belong in a... They look like it belongs in a mecha anime. It's the one that's right under the one that's supposed to be Quinn. Tell me that don't look like it belong in a mecha anime.
You're not wrong, but let's continue on. An out of character that they got my nose wrong was meant to be a reference to Tangled.
I got the reference, but they did decently for Holnir. They
Listen,
did semi-okay for Alish. They did not get his luscious hair right at all.
Yeah, wrong color.
Continuing on, though, before I play Navi.
They know you as a group, but they do not know you guys individually.
That is good.
Oh, they got my nose wrong.
We already made that joke.
Yeah, I
We
already
made it for
get those.
Alvin. We didn't make it for Holnir.
And
And
they didn't get my hair right.
Polinaire, if you continue talking like that, I will try to do to you what you did to me for that training.
I will get the hat of discipline if you do.
But
I'm going
as
to take all of them and put them in his bag.
boys,
gentlemen,
stop,
gentlemen,
please.
but as it has been said, they know us as a group, but they don't know our own capabilities as individuals.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of a good thing that Alicia and I whipped up those two disguise hats.
Yep.
Mhm.
Would have been nice to have had more time, but we work with what we got.
Unfortunately, our window of opportunity will shrink pretty soon.
How so?
Do we leave in the morning? Do we need to leave now?
We should be fine tonight, but we should leave tomorrow morning. Because within a few days, there's going to be a royal ball for the prince, and that's when security is going to be tightened.
Please tell me it isn't what I think it is when it comes to that idiotic prince, because if it is, I'm going to actually go to the nearest wall and hit my head on it.
If you mean a coronation, maybe. If
No.
you mean a ball where he has to find a princess to wed, maybe. And if it is the latter, I feel sorry for the woman he has to marry.
Probably did something he feels proud of and just wants to brag.
I'm just
I'm asking
hoping.
for-
If that ball thing is supposed, if that finding the princess thing is supposed to be a thing, please tell me Nephred and I are not gonna be the scapegoats in that.
Oh, if it is, let it be known. And Nephrite reveals the handle of her gun. I'm already taken. Use me as a scapegoat, and you'll be a pincushion.
And if he tries to do anything to Kira, I will happily torture him. And Ogwin says with a scary smile.
As far as we know, it's supposed to... The king's supposed to make a declaration, and the prince is supposed to be the center of it. There's nothing more than I know about that.
I think I can make a guess. And Ogwin goes to over here and just hits his head on the wall.
Okay, make a dexterity save, please.
Oh no.
Oh boy. Did you get tripped? That's a check, not a save.
Before you do that, Kira grabs the collar of your shirt.
And also mark it.
I will.
Don't go injuring yourself before this, please.
'Cause I think I can make an educated guess on what it is. He's probably going to give his son the gauntlet. Oh.
I really hope not.
Or give him credit for our kill.
True, that would not surprise me though.
That is more likely.
Pompous Ungi King probably keep the gauntlet for himself.
We won't know until later, but yeah.
Well, either case, when that day comes, we're gonna have people from Finland in need, and who else attending. So when that happens, security would be very tight when that day comes, and who knows how tight it's going to be thereafter. So this is the only window we would have. So I suggest you gather what you need to do tonight, get some rest, and we meet tomorrow morning.
Yeah. Seems good.
Okay.
But there is one snag on this plan that I was hoping you guys could figure out.
Lovely snags.
Well,
What's the downside?
I don't know if it's a downside or not. It's just I can guarantee, with those hats and the masks, disguises for all of you. But he turns to Quinn. Unfortunately for you, I don't have a child size. And out of all of them, you're going to stand out even more. So unless you guys have an idea, and Quinn stands up. Or how about a better idea? I stay behind. What? Yeah. I stay behind. You guys need everything you can to make sure this mission will be a success, and if I'm a liability, I might as well take myself out of the equation. And besides, I could stay here and maybe be your backup. If need be. Help Trellis, maybe help Iko, help the guards. Maybe plan a quick escape if you guys need it. I could be the backup here. What do you guys think?
Better than nothing.
Agreed.
That is appreciated.
Plus, it actually takes a lot of pressure off of our minds if some of us have family members here and we're worried sick about them.
You can count on me.
Mm-hmm.
We're good?
Mm-hmm. Any other news?
Don't think so. The only thing I ask
All right.
is, In order for this to work, we need to trust each other. And I know you don't trust me because, well, given our history, but...
We trust you to a certain point. After we dealt with the king, we know that things will change. We'll deal with that when the time comes.
Indeed. But to be clear, all I'm after is the king. You guys do what you need to do, and I promise you'll get your reward.
If you get the king, let us know, and we'll try for the prince. Because taking out one, not the other, won't really solve the problem.
I'm gonna have to say something right now, and I think everyone here is gonna want to take my head. Probably
What
want
you need
to get
to?
the prince alive. We need both of them alive.
The king, I doubt we're going to be able to take alive. I don't know enough about the prince, but he seems every bit as arrogant as his father, and will most likely fight to the death. We can try to capture him, but if we do, we have to keep him unconscious the entire time, which means that he's baggage that we have to transport the hard way.
I know, but it's... Let's just say a gut feeling is why I want to keep him alive. That's all I'm willing to share right now.
If it's possible, sure. But I don't think we're going to be able to subdue them both and keep them both prisoner. Like I said, the king has already chosen his path. And I personally am not going to hold back on him. I'm willing to hold back on the prince, but if we do take him prisoner, we still have to deal with getting him out of the city. And that, I don't know how that's going to be possible.
I know I'm questioning why you think keeping the prince alive is a good thing. Considering he's just gonna lead everything to disaster like his father.
As I said, it's all I'm willing to share right now is a gut feeling.
I'm willing to try, but I cannot promise success.
I know. That's all I can hope for.
Look at you all.
Okay then.
If half of the people I worked with share the same heart as all of you, we could have done so much. But I will leave you to it. I'll go back and rest up. And I'll see you tomorrow.
See you.